Hey, it's Make Sense Marri. How is your day? I'm so excited to be here with you guys, especially tonight. So, for all of my returning viewers, you guys are perfect. And to all of my new viewers, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy and I really appreciate you. So, tonight is the first episode of Mixed Messages. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. For those of you who know me, it's a little punny. And for those of you who are going to get to know me, I hope to get to know you too. And you'll know how punny it is. So every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, check me out right here. It's going to be great. So I feel like, Wednesday, we all kind of need that little Wednesday boost. Like we're kind of getting towards the end of the week. We're over it, depending on what you do. Maybe you just need that little boost, that little laugh, that little thing that kind of makes some things make sense. So let's go ahead and kick it off. But before we do, come on, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Right meow. Hit the bell so that you never miss an episode of Mixed Messages. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So to give you a little intro to me, those of you guys who check me out, you know that I do a little bit of everything. So I do some interviews, I do some lifestyle channel type things, and this is just kind of an extension of my lifestyle channel. And I want to have a show where we can feel comfortable, we can laugh, we can relate, and we can make sure that we're not out here in the world sending mixed messages. So I was thinking about it, and to give you a little bit about myself. So I am mixed. I like to talk about it because I feel like we're just kind of like a special breed of people out here in our own little lane. And it can be a little confusing, a little mixed up, a little hard to understand. So I decided with me liking to talk about mental health, me liking to laugh, me liking to relate to people, why not? Mixed messages. So let's go. So I know we've all heard the term or the saying or the expression or, whatever you want to call it, mixed messages. Like, ooh, you're sending them mixed messages. Like, oh my God, you're sending them mixed messages. And we, regardless whether we've done it or regardless whether it's happened to us, like nobody wants to get sent mixed messages. Like that's kind of just like really foggy area of not feeling that great because you don't know what's going on, right? So when I dove a little deeper, I'm like, wait a minute, like, do we send mixed messages to ourselves? Absolutely. So tonight's episode is about sending mixed messages to ourselves. So it's very important, especially when we're finding ourselves or, just trying to better ourselves and trying to see what's really going on in here. It's very important that we don't send ourselves mixed messages. So I'll give you a little kind of thing to kick it off. I know you guys have probably heard me say it before on a couple of my other videos. It's like sometimes the way, and tell me in the comments if you feel like this. So I know I do, and I know people can relate. It's like sometimes you can say things to yourself inside. You don't have to say them out loud, but right here that you would never allow anybody else to say to you. Like you say things to yourself, I'm sure, that are like, oh God. And if somebody walked up to you and said that, you would be like, excuse me? You wouldn't let it happen. So why do we allow it to happen to ourselves? So I challenge us to work on that. And let's talk a little bit more and figure out how we can work on that. It's easy to say work on it, but how? So, I feel like the mixed messages within us are, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I'm conquering the world. I'm the worst. I'm that shit. It depends on what mood you're in. You can wake up one day, feel great, have a great day. It's all positive for the most part. You can wake up one day and from the moment your eyes open, like sometimes my favorite first two words that I call my favorite, or just my first two words that happen when I open my eyes are, oh, fuck. Like, you already know it's going to be a bad day. Comes from sending ourselves mixed messages. So let's kind of get into it. We're having a good day. We're having a terrible day. Maybe some days are kick off great or kick off bad, end up good and end up bad, right? Now, ultimately, who is in control of that? Call it what you want. But you're down here running the show, right? So we have to make a conscious effort to speak positively to ourselves and be headstrong. When I say be headstrong, what I mean is, when you are feeling some kind of way because the world is getting to you and you're going through the drive-through and all you want is some extra ketchup for the fries that you shouldn't be eating because I need to be healthier, this or that, right? But all you want is just some extra ketchup. You ask for a nice handful, you're like, that, there's two ketchup. Now, I'm not familiar with this at all. I don't know who would freak out a drive-through ever in life. But I'm saying, in that moment, that headstrong piece is when you're about to lose your last piece of shit that you're holding on to for the rest of the day, and that happens, rather than snap or give attitude or all this extra that's not good for anybody, just keep it moving. Hey, I am. Shout out to the homie. You know who you are, Space Cowboy. And that's the headstrong, right? So it's how you react, how you think, the hardest part. It all starts within of you. When we think about how to resolve sending ourselves mixed messages, a lot of the times in the world, those mixed messages are called anxiety, depression, feelings, so on and so forth. So it's easy to say, just go get some help. Okay. So you go to a psychiatrist or a therapist or a whatever you want to do, or, whatever you believe is going to be helpful for you. Yeah, that's easy. But that's not always necessarily the answer. We talk to people, whether it be family or friends, whether we take their advice or not. I'm personally a stubborn person, and, I'm working on that. When people care about you, they do. And they don't want to tell you things to hurt, right? But sometimes you just need to hear it from the right people, or, maybe research it for yourself, or figure out that one thing that is really going to resonate with you and make you want to make a change and stop sending yourself mixed messages. So when that self-doubt is coming, and when that, oh, I did this wrong, or when that I shouldn't have eaten this chip, or when that I shouldn't have, whatever, the list goes on, take that moment, practice the ability and willingness and challenge and potentially positive outcome of not sending yourself mixed messages. So, some tips that I can recommend that have, worked for me and do work for me, besides the typical go get some help, or the, go talk to somebody, or, the things that society throw at you that are just supposed to, everything's great now, right? Doesn't work like that. Everybody's different. And when we work on ourselves, we start to open up ourselves to understand that everyone's different. And when we work on ourselves, we open up and start to treat people different. When we open ourselves, we start to open ourselves to understand people. And that's what it's really all about. And in order to fully open ourselves, we have to understand ourselves. Can't expect anybody to fill the hole, or, you know, you have to do it yourself, and it takes you. And with that being said, throw that mixed messages in there when you're thinking about how you can improve yourself, or you're thinking about what you want to change, or when you're thinking about what you want to accomplish, or when you're thinking about what you haven't accomplished. Pause when you're about to spiral in that moment and say, huh, I'm sending myself mixed messages. I know this is me deep down inside, regardless of what these mixed messages in my brain are trying to send to me. Back up and get back on the positive side of things. Is it always going to be easy? No. Some things that do work for me though: meditation, yoga. Those sound kind of cliche too. People take walks, people draw, people write music, people take a nap, people enjoy a good cigarette. Like whatever. Honestly, does it for you, that can kind of make you snap back and realize, whoa, 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 I'm sending myself mixed messages. I'm better than this. I got this. I really do. It might be hard and it might be challenging, and I might have to punch fear in the face. I got it. Hey, nothing that's the most rewarding in life came easy. Think about it. Make it make sense. But I'm very excited to go on this journey, with you guys throughout the episodes of Mixed Marri. Mixed Marri. I have so many names. Mims Meow. Make it make sense, Marri. And now Mixed Marri has come into play. That's hilarious. But no, mixed messages. I'm super excited to talk to you guys every Wednesday. So I want to end on this note because this is an intro. We'll talk more as the episodes go, but I just want you guys to know what you have to look forward to. But we'll end on this note. If you haven't heard of something called fight or flight, it's almost like your body like disconnects from your brain in that moment to a certain extent. And it's like fight or flight. Am I going to run or am I going to fight? Right? But in that moment, you have to choose. And a lot of the times when those mixed messages are coming our way, whether it be towards us, whether it be towards the judgment of other people, whether it be towards the future that you can't predict, whether it be towards the past that you cannot change. When fight or flight kicks in your brain and your body, disconnect for a moment. Take that pause. Was weird, right? I'm not frozen. Take that pause and realize I'm sending myself mixed messages. So I challenge you guys this rest of the week, before we meet again on Wednesday at 9, to tell me, how did you take this little time that we spent together tonight and really apply it to yourself? What worked? Like, when did you take a breather, before next Wednesday and think to yourself, ooh, all right, that kind of worked. When did you take a breather and think to yourself, fuck this shit. These messages are not mixed. Life is fucked. When did you take a breather and say, I got this, I don't, I got this, I don't? Tell us. Let us know in the comments what things worked, what things didn't. Let's talk about it. And we'll, carry on next week from this topic, elaborate a little bit more based on the comments, and go into some more mixed messages. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Meow, 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 meow. You guys really are perfect. And I'm excited so much to see you next week. So comment. I'm excited to hear from you guys. And I'm going to stop saying I'm excited. Peace from Meow. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. All love, always.